If you're a reseller like me, chances are you've at least heard of eBay and are probably selling on the reselling platform eBay as well. That being said, the question is, are you making as much money on eBay as you possibly can? Are you getting the most out of eBay? And that was a question I was honestly asking myself. I knew there was a lot of room for growth as far as my eBay numbers were concerned, and so I thought I'd call in the big guns. I reached out to a lot of my reseller friends who I know sell on eBay and do really well over there, but I also reached out to people who have kind of just admired from afar, people who I know are making a killing on eBay and just doing extraordinary things. And so I thought that I would ask all of them to share with me their one best eBay tip, and boy, did they deliver. So if you want to learn more about selling on eBay, stay tuned.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park and I am a part-time reseller on a variety of reselling platforms, but in today's video we are just going to be talking about eBay. I asked a bunch of people for their best eBay tips, and so I'm going to be sharing those video clips from those resellers in this video. And I gotta tell you, as these videos came pouring in, I was learning so much as I sat down and watched their videos. You know, even if it was just like a little tweak here and there in regards to how I was listing, even if it was like a mindset shift, I learned so much. And I know that because of the tips that I'm about to share with you from these other eBay resellers, that I myself am going to be much more successful on eBay as a result. So let's get into just a little bit of the nitty gritty. I have this video organized kind of in order of what it's like to list on eBay. So we're first going to talk about, finding the items, sourcing the items, and share a bunch of tips with you on just the best practices when it comes to sourcing inventory for eBay. So we'll go from sourcing the item to listing your item to managing all of your inventory, shipping, anything that you can think of when it comes to eBay, we're probably going to cover it in this video. So obviously you can just watch this video straight through, or down in the description below, I will have the topics broken up into chapters, so you can just go down below and click around to the particular, topic that you're curious about when it comes to eBay, the topic that you need most help with. You'll be able to see who all of these resellers are, as well as their YouTube channels as they're sharing their eBay tip, but I will also have all of their channels linked down below in the description so that you can go to their channels easily when you're finished watching this video and subscribe to them so that you have a bunch of other content creators to watch for more eBay help and tips and tricks. Now, the last thing that I'll share before we jump right into the tips is that you may hear the same tip repeated by a couple different resellers. And I actually think that's amazing, because one thing I've learned as a high school choir teacher is that a lot of times people need to hear the same information a multitude of ways in order for that information to really sink in. So let this be an opportunity for you to hear some really amazing and helpful tips in a variety of ways, so that hopefully you can walk away from this video fully understanding why you need to do certain things in order to get the best results when it comes to eBay. Let's jump in and hear some tips on sourcing inventory for eBay.
What's up, guys? It's Drew with Profit Monsters. I'm currently sitting in my shed with my big pile of clothes from this huge bulk buyout I just did. You can catch it on my YouTube channel if you would like. My tip for you is to always be friendly and tell people what you do. A lot of resellers are afraid to tell people what they do because it might seem embarrassing or weird to tell people that you sell used stuff online. But by doing so, I have made more money from that simple tip or trick than anything else in this business so far. No goodwill, no amount of trips to the bins has paid for the amount of people that have reached out to me and given me stuff for free, sold me stuff at wholesale, or allowed me to buy out their inventory or their death piles that they didn't want to list. So make sure you tell people what you do. Don't be afraid of it, and be proud to be a reseller, baby. Let's go!
In case you didn't get that, let's hear that tip one more time.
Hey guys, this is Paul. I'm also known as the Philly Flipper. And my number one advice to new resellers is...
Hey Paul, I got these off-brand Nikes. You want them?
Get the what?
Off-brand Nikes.
You mean Brooks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take them. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Anyways, what was I saying? My number one advice to new resellers is to tell everyone what you do for a living. Because when that happens...
Paul.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here, I don't need these boxes anymore. I know you could use them for something.
What do you mean anymore? Did you use them before?
I mean, no. I do too much Amazon shopping, so...
Appreciate it.
you could use them.
I could definitely use them for shipping. Thank you.
Gotcha.
When you tell your friends and family what you do for a living, they are more likely to contact you when they're getting rid of all their old stuff.
Oh, oh,
What now?
I think I outgrew these. You want them?
Oh, a helmet? Yeah. Why are you wearing shoulder pads?
You can never be too safe.
Can I get those too? Yeah. You definitely sell these. Thank you. Thank you. Because I was doing this, I got so much awesome inventory, plus a bunch of boxes and a bunch of shipping supplies. So it's definitely something you should.
I don't know if it's haunted or not, but I found it in our attic, and I think you might be able to sell that. Don't look into its eyes. Don't look into.
You sure you don't want this?
Don't look into its eyes. Don't. Just don't. Trust me on that.
Thank you.
Yep.
So yeah, guys, try it for yourself. You will never know what you're gonna get.
And your Paul.
What now?
Listen.
What is this?
Christmas and July Descendants? We don't need this. And I know you could definitely sell this.
Like
so,
a 5-foot tall Santa.
Well, see, it was her best friend, and then he kind of just didn't. We didn't need it, so.
Yeah, I think it can work. Yeah, thank you guys,
You can put
man.
them to use, right?
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yep.
Appreciate it.
We'll find you more stuff.
Hello. I am Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper. First of all, I want to say thank you so much to Becky Park for asking me to take part in this video. I am so happy to give you guys a couple of tips that have helped me. And I will tell you, I was part-time last year and sold over $140,000 over several platforms. So my tip that I would like to share and really impress with you guys, whether you are new or seasoned, is you really make your money on the buy. So buying at a good cost is extremely important in reselling. That is where you make your money, not when you actually sell the item. I personally like to pay about 10 to 20% of what I am going to sell an item for. Obviously, the cheaper you can get it, the better. So lotting up items when you're at garage sales is extremely helpful for getting your costs down. And also, if you're brand new, starting with items in your house is a great way to get free inventory. And start with what you know. You know what you know what you're buying. Like me, I'm not a big clothes person because I don't really know fashion. I don't buy clothes. So I started with what I knew, and then once I got a handle on that, I kind of expanded out into more items, and now I do tons of different categories. Personally, for me, what works is not niching down. I sell everything. If it will make a profit, pretty much, if it's legal, I will sell it. So I hope this helps you guys, and definitely, if you are not subscribed to me, come over, check out my channel. Again, I am the Nurse Flipper, and Becky, thanks so much. Good luck in reselling, guys.
Hey guys and girls, I'm Ryan Roots.
I'm Ellie Roots, and together we are
Rally
Rally Roots.
If you're unfamiliar with who we are full-time resellers with our main platform being eBay. And thank you, Becky, for letting us come on your channel and give an eBay tip today. So I guess my biggest eBay tip would be to make sure that you are checking your sell-through rate. What that means is that you want to look up your items that you're thinking about selling on eBay. Like if you find something at a thrift store, garage sale, wherever it is, look up the item, and then don't just look at what is for sale, also look at what has sold. So scroll down and click on that little sold icon and check how many have sold compared to how many are listed. So if there's 100 of the same item listed and only 2 sales, then it's probably not one that you want to
Boo, do not buy that.
buy. But if there's 100 listed and also 100 sales, that's 100% sell-through rate is what we call it. And that would be a good item to buy. So that's my tip. Make sure to always check the sell-through rate.
That's a really big deal to having a healthy eBay store.
For sure.
And my tip for making your eBay store healthy is list every single day. And if you don't have an item to list every single day, because some people don't, go back, find your oldest item, end it, and do sell similar.
Nice.
Not relist.
That's a good
Sell similar. Okay, again, guys, sell similar. People get confused, they forget this, so I'm going to say it one more time, sell similar. Boom.
Nice.
Now it's there forever. Yes.
Tips.
Tips and tricks.
Hopefully that helps some of you guys out. And if you want more tips, you can check us out on YouTube, Rally Roots on YouTube, and Rally Roots on Instagram if you want to follow us. Sweet. Thanks again. Peace. Later.
Bye.
Lord knows I needed to hear that tip about sell-through rate, because that is something that I very often forget to look up when I'm in the thrift store. So if I need to hear more about this topic, chances are you do too. And so my friend Josh from Harry Tornado is going to elaborate on this fact with a handy dandy hand-drawn chart that he created.
What is up, you guys? My name is Josh. I go by Harry Tornado here on YouTube. Huge thank you to Becky Park for allowing me to be part of this video today. My eBay tip for you guys is going to be to make sure you're checking the sell-through rates of your items before you bother listing them. I've seen a lot of new eBay sellers jump onto the platform and just start listing a bunch of stuff that's either going to take a really long time to sell or maybe not even sell at all. So to check the sell-through rate of your item, you will basically search that item on eBay and it will immediately pull up all search results for that item so you can see how many are currently listed. And then you would need to filter those search results to show only sold listings. This will show you how many of that item has actually sold on eBay in the last 90 days. And I've made this little chart to help you guys out. So off to the side over here we have listed, and down here we have sold. Both sides go from 0 to 50 plus. So if you search an item and it has 10 sold in the last 90 days and there are 10 currently listed, that would be a 100% sell-through rate, which would put you at that intersection right there. The very best item you could possibly list on eBay is going to be this plot point right here, where something has 50 or more sold in the last 90 days, but none currently listed. If you can find whatever this item is and list it on eBay, it'll probably sell instantaneously because the demand is so much higher than the supply. Whereas this plot point up here is the very worst item you could possibly sell on eBay. This is an item that has 50 or more active listings and 0 sold. So when you're looking for your items, try to picture this chart, or maybe even draw this chart out for yourself, and try to make sure that your plot point for that item is, I would recommend, somewhere in the lower hemisphere of this graph over here. Again, as close to this bottom right plot point as you could possibly get. So that is my eBay tip. Make sure that you're actually listing things that people want to buy. That is the most important thing when it comes to selling stuff on eBay.
So just in case you still don't understand how important sell-through rate is.
What's going on, guys? My name is Dave. Tesla Picker is my YouTube channel. And one tip that I can give people, especially if you're starting out, is look up comps.
Yes, sir.
In the beginning, I would look up comps, but I wouldn't look at the sell-through rate. And what I mean by that is, if you look up something and there's 100 listed, but only 5 sold, then you might want to leave it there unless you're willing to sit on it. You know, you might get it for a good, let's say it sells for $100 and you get it for $2. You might be willing to sit on that. All right. Now, I got a lot of stuff from back then just because of that. Now, when it sells, it's going to do good. But guess what? It's taking up space. Bruh. And if you like me and you want to turn stuff over pretty quickly, then you might want to look at the sell-through rate and see exactly how fast it's selling. Or keep moving.
Hello everybody, this is Commonwealth Picker. We're in the Commonwealth cabin and I have a sourcing tip for you. It's one that I've been using for a while. I love to go to garage sales and I often find old vacuum cleaners that are worth quite a bit if you part them out. But it seems to me more often than not, those things end up in my death pile. So I have a 1 vacuum cleaner limit. If I have a vacuum cleaner in my death pile, I don't let myself source one out in the wild. And that just doesn't apply to vacuum cleaners. It applies to anything that I often find.
Hey, Bolo Buddies, thanks for watching. Hey everyone, my name is Courtney, also known as Bolo Buddies. I am a full-time reseller, part-time YouTuber, and I teach about items to be on the lookout for, items you can buy low and sell high. And I was a full-time reseller of clothing, and I switched gears and went to hard goods. And the biggest thing that I can take away from that is when I sold clothes, I loved selling clothes. And I sell hard goods now, and I love selling hard goods. So I think as long as you are selling something that you enjoy, then your job is not going to feel like a job. So find something you have a passion for, find something that drives you, something you can get excited to source for, and go with that. Go with that category and educate yourself. Educate yourself in that category so that you can find items to buy low and sell high.
I'm Connor.
And I'm Desiree.
And we're the Hoogs. Our tip for you guys would be to never stop learning.
Yeah.
There's always different categories you can learn, new things to sell, always find ways to increase your profit and the money you're making.
Yeah, I know for us, we love watching other resellers on YouTube and their channel. That's kind of what inspired us. Just because everyone has their own niche, and so you can kind of learn ideas and your bolo items and different things like that. So
yeah.
definitely increase that knowledge base as much as possible.
Yep.
So once you source the item, you have to list the item on eBay in order for people to see it and in order for it to sell, right? So now let's get into some tips when it comes to listing on eBay.
Hi, we're the 5 resellers. I'm Camilla and this is Kang, and we have been selling on eBay for about a year. One piece of advice that I would give is to make sure that when you are making your title, you are looking at what other people on eBay, how they create titles, because the language and the way that people construct them is different than on Poshmark. You have a lot more characters, and so you can include more details. So I have a set formula for how I set out my titles, and that is, I always say the name of the brand, the style, number, or name of the item, so if it's Mahi Mahi shorts, by Patagonia, I would put Patagonia Mahi Mahi shorts. Then I would put, if it's men's or women's, the size, the color, and then I would put any other details that I think are pertinent to the listing that would help it sell.
Yeah, and my advice would be to think about eBay and the difference in platform fees compared to Poshmark as an investment of sorts, because on average, eBay is about 13%, and on Poshmark is a flat 20%. With that 7% difference, with 10,000 in sales, we're looking at $700. So for every $10,000 you make, which hopefully you do in a single year, even if you're part-time, then you're saving $700 if you sell all of those things on eBay compared to Poshmark. And you can think of that as an investment into yourself, where you are investing so that you can learn how to ship on eBay. You can invest that in many other different ways, more inventory or things like that. So it's a great way to think about what that advantage on eBay can do for your business in terms of very practical numbers. It all adds up. So think about it like that.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't know what you're missing out on if you don't try it. And so, you might say, oh, well, it's so much more work than Poshmark is, or, it's so much more complicated than Poshmark is. Maybe, it might be, but you make more money.
Yeah.
You don't have to give as much money to the platform.
Right.
So
it's worth it. It's worth investing
exactly.
in that and in yourself and learning the platform.
And we think it's worth it because we've been on eBay for a year now. And so thank you, Becky, for inviting us to this. And we hope that you can grow your business into eBay in the near future. We just know that you will find some success there.
We're mostly clothing resellers, so we went from Poshmark to eBay, and we have a lot more sales on eBay. So there's an extra thing. Well, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Hello, I'm Kendra, and I am the Michigan-inspired reseller, and my best piece of advice that I can give to you if you're just starting out on eBay, or if you are long-term on eBay and you're looking to improve, is to utilize the sell one like this option. When you're doing comps and you're looking for your item, if you happen to find it in the sold comps and you click on the item, you can go up here to sell one like this. It will save you so much time if you find the extra item or that same item. You can utilize the same title. You can utilize the similar specifics, and you may not have to fill out as many. You do have to write in your own description. It'll even give you similar trending prices that are going on, and you can even click on here to see how others priced it. Now, I have these Eileen Fisher skirt, and it's telling me it's $30. I usually do mark up because I want to leave room for negotiations, but I will tell you right now, the sell one like this is the best time saver ever, especially when it comes to item specifics, because you want to be able to fill out as many of these as possible, and it'll save you a great amount of time.
What's going on, you guys? My name is Joey Badaming22. I'm going to give you a tip on selling on eBay. First, I want to say thank you, Becky from Poshmark. What's up, Becky? So my little tip here is always to be honest. When you list something on eBay, you have to be honest, completely honest. You want to take the right measurements, like if it's clothing or if there's flaws, if there's stains, if there's anything. Make sure you're being honest in your description, title, everything, because when they want to return the item for a specific reason, you have all of these things backing it up. Or if something goes wrong, because we all know how eBay is, just make sure that you're just being honest. That's it. That's my tip. So thank you, Becky, for letting me being on your channel. This is awesome. Thank you, Becky. And guys, have a great day. Let's go!
Hello everyone. So my name is Kayla and I am the Homeschooling Picker. I have a channel here on YouTube that is all about selling on eBay, as that is primarily what I do. So Becky could not have asked me this question at a better time, as I just ended my first year selling on eBay. So it's important to note there are many different successful ways to run an eBay store. My personal business model, I prefer to show confidence in my prices, so I do not have best offers turned on my listings. However, I do send out offers on items that I might consider stale or that might have been listed for a few weeks or a month without much interest in them. I've never done that with regularity, maybe 75 to 100 offers a month. However, after seeing this percentage, I think I'll definitely be sending out a lot more offers. It turns out offers that I initiated accounted for 14.7% of my sales over the last year. So my tip to you is, if you have a few extra minutes, maybe you're riding in the passenger seat of the car, or you just want a few minutes phone time, and instead of scrolling down that feed, maybe scroll through those offers you can send out on eBay, because you're almost guaranteed to increase your sales.
What if you've listed the item, but it's just taking forever to sell? Earlier, Allie from Rally Roots shared how maybe you don't have new items to list, so one thing that they like to do is to end listings and sell similar. In this next clip, Lori from eBliss is going to share with you a similar method, something that you can do with items that are just a little bit more stale. However, what Lori does is, instead of sell similar, she simply relists the item, and she's going to actually show you on her computer screen how she does it in bulk on eBay, which is really cool and saves much more time than doing it one at a time.
Hi, this is Lori from eBliss, and I'm here to share some eBay tips with you that we've learned over the last 8 years of selling on eBay. We have over 4,000 individually listed items that we've thrifted, and we have found that actively managing your inventory is one way to increase your sales and have good listings at any given time. So I'm going to show you what we do in order to keep our listings fresh, to keep the listings at the top of search, and maintain that business that you want to maintain for your eBay business. So this is how we do this. We go to our active listings on eBay and we sort them from the time left, from the least amount of time left. And if a listing has less than 24 hours left on it, it'll be in red. So what we do is we will take these listings in bulk and we will end the listing manually. So we're going to end 25 listings here. They are no longer live. Then we go to the ended listings and we bring these listings up that we just ended, and I'm going to manually relist them. So these are the 25 listings that I ended. I'm going to select them and I am going to relist them in bulk, and all 25 listings will come up. I take the opportunity at this point to review the titles, make sure they're all good and within eBay's best practices. I also take a look and see how long they've been listed for. If they've been listed for a while, and maybe I'll lower the price or do something else to try to get that item sold. In this case, these are all pretty recent listings of ours, and I'm looking very briefly that they all kind of look like they've got pretty good titles. I have nothing really to complain about, so I'll take them all and I will just submit them. And now I have relisted these manually, and they are all considered new listings by eBay and will appear higher in search than if I had just let them go indefinitely.
So again, you can end your listings, and I think both Allie from Rally Roots and Lori from eBliss recommend doing it, after that 30-day mark. And Allie recommends sell similar, Lori recommends relist. I personally do sell similar as well, just so that that item has a brand new item ID number and is viewed on eBay as a brand new listing. But both ways are great when it comes to refreshing your listings so that you can get some new eyes on it. And it's not just these stale listings that keep getting pushed down in the eBay algorithm. So if you've tried relisting, if you've tried similar and none of those methods are working, perhaps one thing that you need to do is actually just get that item in front of more eyes. One thing that I personally like to do is cross-list, and I cross-list using a Chrome extension called List Perfectly. And one of the things that I love about List Perfectly is that if you have the mid or high tier subscription, you're allowed to bulk cross-list, which allows you to get more done in less time. I do have a coupon code that you can use if you want to try out List Perfectly for 30% off of your first month. And I do have a video that you can watch right here with a tutorial on how to use List Perfectly. However, if you don't want to pay a monthly fee to use a cross-listing Chrome extension like List Perfectly, then my girl Jennifer from Rusty Velvet is going to share with you how you can cross-post from eBay to other platforms, again, so that you can put your product in front of more people on different platforms. She's going to show you how you can do that for free. Hi everyone, I am Jennifer with Rusty Velvet, and my tip for selling on eBay today is for those sellers who want to cross-list to other platforms without paying for a service. So whatever your reasoning is for not using a service, I have a really simple method to cross-list to other platforms. I currently sell on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark, and the way that I cross-list to those last two platforms is I always start with eBay. I will do my title, and as I am doing my title, I make sure the most pertinent information is at the beginning of the title. And the reason why I do this is because Poshmark titles are shorter than eBay and Mercari. So once I have my eBay title finished, I will just copy and paste that into Mercari. There are no changes there because Mercari does now allow the same number of characters as eBay. And then I will copy and paste the exact same thing into Poshmark. Poshmark, since it does allow less characters, it automatically just deletes that extra information that I might have at the end of the title. But the most important information, such as the brand, what it is, whether it's a dress, a top, or jeans, and the size, is at the beginning of the title. And so that is always included when I copy and paste it to Poshmark. Secondly, I make sure that my listings are done as bullet points because it is short and quick and easy to read. After I finish writing up the description in eBay, I just copy and paste that exact same thing into Mercari and Poshmark. When I have it in a bulleted format, it does copy and paste exactly the same way into Mercari and Poshmark without the bullet marks. So then what I will do in Mercari and Poshmark is, since I can't have the bullet points in there, I do still have the short phrases in the description, and I will just simply go in and put in a couple of spaces. I always do all of my listings in the same format. The beginning is the most important information, which is what most people care about, and that is what it is, what size it is, and what color it is. The middle paragraph or the middle section will be all the extra information about it, like is it long sleeve, short sleeve, quarter sleeves, what the fabric content is, some of the details like is it a zipper front or a button closure, and then the bottom section is the condition of the item and what the original retail is if I have that information. So that is my tip. I always do the eBay listing first. It is much quicker and much easier to start with eBay because you can just click sell similar and that information is already there. You just go in, change your keywords to fit the current item that you're trying to list. Once that is finished, copy and paste to Mercari and Poshmark and you're done. Honestly, it takes me, after I am done with my eBay listing, it takes me 30 seconds to add that exact same listing with all of the information into Mercari and a Poshmark, and I will now have that item listed on 3 platforms. Hopefully you find that helpful, and happy selling on eBay. Thanks. So you've sourced the item, perhaps you've cross-listed the item, and now you're just waiting for it to sell. What do you do with all of this inventory?
Hey, how's it going everyone? My name is Josh, aka Lot of Josh on YouTube and Instagram. My biggest eBay tip to you is to stay organized the best you can. Just dedicate time every single week to just declutter and organize your eBay space, your eBay office, wherever you're working out of. For me, I like to have this inventory system for all of the items that I've already listed. So you can label it however you want, but I have A1, B1, C1, D1, etc., etc. I actually just invested in these video game organizers. So if you just look on Amazon, you can find stuff like this. You can just type something along the lines of video game / media organizer. I bought a couple more here. These video games I just listed, so I'm gonna find a space for them and label these new bins that I just bought. But reselling is a very chaotic, unorganized type of business by nature, so don't feel bad if you have a bunch of clutter on your floor. Even with me dedicating a couple of hours to just kind of organize my eBay room, I have all of this clutter just sitting here. But just think about how much worse it could be if I didn't have some kind of inventory system like the one I have behind me. So that'll be my biggest tip to you. Just dedicate time. Even though it feels like it's not like a make money type of task, it'll definitely help your business. It'll help you stay organized, and it'll decrease a lot of stress. Just the one thing you want to avoid is having a customer order come in and you're not able to find the item, you're not able to pack and ship it out, and you have to cancel the order on the buyer. That's an extremely stressful thing to go through. So just having some kind of system and dedicating time every single week to organize, that'll help prevent that. So yeah, that'll be my tip for you today.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris.
I'm Kathy.
And we're Ginger Marvin on YouTube, and our tip for eBay is inventory control. Now, it doesn't matter if you have 100 listings or 10,000 listings, you want to know where your item is as soon as it sells. So we use a spreadsheet to keep all that information for us because we cross-list on multiple platforms. But if you're just selling on eBay, you can use this line called the custom label SKU. Now, you could put anything in here. Your buyer will not see it. You will be the only one that can see that. And for instance, when you list something and you will have it in this box G, you could write G in there, and when it sells, you'll be able to see it real quick. So that's our tip, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
I know that one of the scariest things about eBay, especially for newer sellers, is the idea of shipping, just because there are a lot of opportunities to make mistakes. So let's listen to some tips from seasoned eBay sellers on how to ship on eBay.
Hi guys, it's Lisa's Finding the Redo. I'm a 57-year-old retired school teacher who needed to find her redo, and I found that redo by reselling used clothing, shoes, and hard goods. Today I'm here to provide you with an eBay tip. So Becky Park asked her reseller YouTube students to provide a tip for eBay, okay? Now, I know a lot of people won't do eBay because it's so much more difficult than Poshmark. Well, I started off on eBay, so I only know eBay. I mean, I do Poshmark, I do Mercari, I do Etsy now, but I started off with eBay, and so why not start off with the, quote, most difficult, and that way everything else is easy. So, my tip is weigh your items, okay? On Poshmark, if it weighs 5 pounds or less, you're good. But on eBay, you pay actual USPS postage on those objects, okay? So, when you're first starting out, weigh everything. Weigh everything. That way you know exactly how much it weighs. And then just put that in. I have a standardized shipping amount that I charge for each weight class. But if you want to do calculated, but you got to make sure that you have the correct weight and even the correct measurement. So my tip is weigh everything when you first start out on eBay.
So what's going on, guys? It's your boy Tay, and today I'm here to give you some tips on eBay, Poshmark, or Amazon, or whatever selling platform that you may sell on. I'm here to try to save you a little bit of time and money, and most importantly, a little bit of efficiency, because that's what it's all about. So thank you so much, Becky, for even including me being a part of this video to give you guys some tips about eBay. Everybody can't afford a thermal printer when they very first start. So if you don't have a thermal printer, this is going to be for you, because I'm about to teach you how to save on some tape, because that's very important. We know we be trying to save on tape. Everybody is always trying to put too much tape on their labels. But if you go to USPS.com and you find these custom label forms that you can get for free. Yes, I said free. These are custom form envelopes, and the number is 2976E that you can get at USPS.com, and they are absolutely free. Once you get these little forms, you'll be able to slide all of your shipping labels inside of this form and stick them on the box, and that way you'll save some tape. That's a nice, quick little trick. Help you save some time and money at the end of the day. So thank you so much again for allowing me to give you a little tip or two. But right now, your boy Tay is out.
Hi, I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Hugo.
You can find us on Instagram and YouTube as
Sell quick, ship quick.
And the eBay tip we wanted to share today is about global shipping.
Yes, and global shipping program is eBay's program to, do international shipping, and it's actually abbreviated as
GSP. So when you're doing your listings, after you select your shipping costs and everything for domestic rates, you have a little box option that you can check, and when you check that for global shipping, what that means is now your listing will be available to buyers worldwide, which just increases your visibility. But the benefit to eBay's global shipping program is that you do not have to handle the international shipping yourself. You actually just slap an eBay label on it, a domestic label to Kentucky, and then eBay handles the international shipping from there, and you're done.
Yeah, and if you print your labels directly from eBay, it's as easy as printing any other label. And if you use a third party for your shipping, like Pirate Ship, for example, you just copy over the same address and you'll be able to ship using GSP.
So you've shipped the item and you're hoping that it was a positive experience for your buyer and that they'll give you positive feedback. Why? Positive feedback is really important because the bigger the number next to your name with the number of stars that shows, the amount of positive feedback that you have, the more confidence that future buyers will have in you because they know that you are a successful seller on eBay. If your name shows up as a seller next to an item that they want to purchase, but you only have 2 stars next to your name, that shows them that you're a bit more inexperienced than perhaps the person who's selling the same item as you, but has 1,000 stars next to their name. So if you want to learn more about how to get more positive feedback, here are some great tips.
Invest in thank you stickers. I know it sounds kind of silly, but actually it's really helpful. One, it helps the buyer see that you're an actual real person who runs a business, and so they will be more likely to humanize you in case something comes up, like and you need to do a return or something like that. It just sort of helps with customer rapport. Also, you're more likely to have positive feedback on your eBay account. They're more likely to give you positive feedback. If there are some thank you stickers on the package, you're more likely to. So it just helps with packaging and helps with customer rapport.
Just one thing, Becky, that I can share one thing. That is tough. There are so many things that I could share, and I'm going to cheat a little bit, and we're going to couch it in one thing of how to get good feedback. A lot of people always ask me, how do I get feedback? I want to build that feedback. How do I get it? Nobody's leaving me feedback. Very often, newer sellers, right? The best way, honestly, to get feedback, you can put the card in there. Some people do. That's fine. You put stickers. That's fine. Wrap it up in a pretty bow. That's fine. I don't do any of that stuff. You know what I do? I ship things out as quickly as I can. I have things set up as 1 business day, but very often I will wait. I will drop off my mail in the afternoon so that if a few orders come in that morning, I can pack those up and I can have them out with that day's mail. Now, this is particularly good on a Friday or ahead of a holiday. Sometimes if they order something on a Friday, maybe a Friday ahead of a holiday, they're not anticipating the thing even getting in the mail until, say, Tuesday. What if I send it on Friday? They're getting it the day that they thought they were going to see it start tracking in the system, right? That's a very good thing. That leaves a good impression. The other thing is to package it well. I package a $5 item like it's a $50 item. Don't just throw it in a box and take care of it. They gave you their hard-earned money, right? Let's take care of it and let them see when they open it up, wow, they actually cared about this item. And they got it here really fast. So make sure there's void fill. It might be bubble wrap or paper. Those are the 2 things I tend to use. It might not need bubble wrap, but give it just a little bit. Make sure that it's taken care of, and they're going to appreciate that. And you know what they do when they appreciate that? They come back, they leave feedback.
Hey guys, my name is Amber, and my YouTube channel is Amber Resells. So I have been selling online for a few years now, but I have almost exclusively been selling on Poshmark. So my tip is definitely going to be an eBay beginner's tip, as I've only been consistently listing on eBay for about 6 months now. So as a newbie, I guess, to eBay, having a new account, feedback is really important because you want the buyer to have confidence in you even though your account is pretty new. And as I've been selling things, I haven't been getting a lot of feedback. So I asked a more veteran seller, her name is Heidi and her Instagram is Restyle Secrets. I asked her if she had any tips to help me get more feedback. So that is the tip that I'm gonna pass along to you guys today. So previously I was leaving feedback a few days after the item got to the buyer, thinking that at that point they had seen the item, they had seen how fast it shipped, and they hadn't complained about anything to me. So I'm assuming they had a good transaction, and I was thinking if I leave feedback then they will leave feedback for me. But she suggested trying to leave feedback sooner. So either immediately when the buyer pays or when you go to print the shipping label. That way, when they receive the item, they know you already gave them positive feedback and they're more likely to reciprocate if they've had a good experience. So the last couple of months I have tried that and I have seen an uptick in the positive feedback I received. So definitely give it a try and hopefully you guys will also see an increase in your positive feedback.
A huge thank you to everyone who contributed a tip. And of course, I have to share a tip of my own. My tip would be, once you are feeling pretty confident about eBay and start listing more and more items, consider opening up an eBay store. So eBay has 5 store subscriptions and you get more and more perks the higher up you go. The first store is called the Starter Store. I think you pay like $5 or $6 a month, and honestly, you just don't really get very much for it. So I personally would recommend getting the Basic Store, which is what I have, and you pay $21.95 a month if you go with the yearly plan. Otherwise, you pay a little bit more per month if you're just going to kind of take it month by month. Some of the benefits that I can think of off the top of my head that I personally utilize are things like the ability to run a sale in your eBay store or even send coupons to buyers. I also love the fact that obviously the higher up you go as far as the tiers of eBay stores, you get more and more free listings, but you also save on final value fees, which obviously helps you save money at the end of the day. Finally, one of my favorite things about having a store on eBay is that every quarter you get a coupon from eBay with which you can purchase eBay branded shipping supplies. Things like eBay branded shipping tape and boxes and poly mailers. There are all sorts of things that you can purchase. And like I said, they give you a coupon so that you have some money to play with. There are many more benefits to having an eBay store, but those are just some that I could think of that I personally benefit from on a daily basis. So a question that I get pretty often is, when do I know that it's the right time for me to get an eBay store versus, just kind of casually listing on eBay? I would say do the math and see if you're listing enough items to justify the price of getting a store. Like I said, for your first store, I personally would recommend the Basic Store just because you get a lot of the great benefits and perks, but you don't have, that high of a price tag to contend with every month. And there are some sources out there that say if you list any more than 313 items a month, it is worth it for you to go ahead and take the plunge into getting that Basic Store. That number might be wrong, but I did read that in a couple different places, which is why I'm throwing it out there to you today. So if you are committed to eBay, if you are committed to growing your eBay business, I do think that it's a really great idea to get an eBay store so that you can benefit from all that eBay has to offer its store owners. So once again, I just want to say thank you so much to all of the eBay resellers who contributed tips for this video. I know I personally learned a ton, and I would love to hear from you down in the comments below. Which tip blew your mind the most? Which tip did you hear and you were like,
oh my gosh, this is a revelation. This is going to change my life.
And if you have a tip that you think could help other eBay sellers, especially people who are newer to eBay, definitely share that tip down in the comments below as well. One thing I love about this community is that we're all in different stages of our reselling journey, and I love seeing people learn from one another in the comment sections of YouTube videos like this, on Instagram. There are so many places and so many resources where you can go to learn more about selling on eBay for free. And so, like I said, if you have a tip that you want to share, please drop it down in the comments below so that we can all continue learning from one another. I do have a playlist of other videos that contain eBay tips and tricks, and I will link that video right here. Don't forget to subscribe to all of the different resellers who contributed a tip for this video. And if you enjoyed this video at all, if you learned anything, please hit that like button and make sure that you subscribe on your way out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned a ton, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.